Hello and welcome to another episode of the UCLA Bruins Insider Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Connor Moreno, lead writer for UCLA Bruins on SI. And today, as recruiting for the 2026 class kind of slows down towards the beginning of June, the Bruins still have a few commitments, as we talked about last episode, that they're looking forward to. But just as the recruiting slows down and we're reaching kind of this dead period of the season where not many recruits are committing and there's no news on, like trainings and practices and whatnot. Kind of in this dead period, kind of have to fill somewhere. So we're going to start a series. Might last a couple days or so, but we're going to talk about some of UCLA's transfers that are entering this coming season, the 2025 season. So they're going to be on the roster and they will be playing this season. We're going to talk about them, kind of talk about where they came from. We'll give some analyst perspectives and how they're going to mesh with the Bruins team. I figured this would be like three parts. The Bruins, they had around 29 transfers that are actually gonna be on the depth chart, be on the roster. So there's 29 of them. I figured we could break this down into like 3 or 4 different series over the next week. So without further ado, let's get into it. Today we're going to talk about 6 different transfers. Starting with, needs no introduction, Nico Iamaleava. He is a redshirt sophomore transfer quarterback, came from Tennessee. He started all 13 games in his redshirt freshman season. Led the Volunteers to a 10-3 record, finished with 2,616 yards, 19 touchdowns, and just 5 interceptions. He also tacked on, I think it was 3 rushing touchdowns for the entire season, 2 of which came in the college football playoff, which was Tennessee's first college football playoff appearance, and Iamaleava led them there in the inaugural season of the expanded playoff. Obviously, he was very polarizing during the transfer portal period because he left Tennessee due to a dispute with his name, image, and likeness. Apparently, he just wasn't getting paid the money he was owed, so he went ahead and transferred out of Tennessee and came to Westwood. And now the Bruins have a star quarterback in their hands under center ahead of their second season in the Big Ten. I think we can go ahead and read this kind of evaluation of his first season. It's by Cooper Patagna for 24/7 Sports. He's a national recruiting analyst there. Let's go ahead and read it real quick. Former 5-star recruit with elite tools and one of the highest ceilings in college football, a long athletic frame paired with a top-end arm strength makes Iamaleava a prototypical modern quarterback. From a trait standpoint, he showed flashes of brilliance during Tennessee's 2024 college football playoff run, but overall passing production remained modest. He was 77th nationally in passing offense in a system that leaned heavily on the run game and defense. So, we're not reading anymore, but going into Westwood, going into UCLA, we're still not too sure about his strengths as a passing quarterback, but he still showed flashes and showed potential. Back to the quote: he plays best when allowed to extend plays and improvise, but struggles to consistently operate within structure. Decision making and timing remain works in progress, particularly on immediate throws and against disguised coverage. He can be streaky with accuracy and doesn't always play on schedule, but has shown the ability to generate explosive plays when things break down. Intangibles, including poise, anticipation, and leadership consistency, are still developing. That said, the upside remains massive. With continued growth and process processing speed and pocket discipline, Iamaleava has the natural ability to elevate a contender and play his way to round one of the NFL draft. So, wide range of emotions in that evaluation. But, he, without a doubt, still has tremendous upside as a redshirt sophomore going into UCLA. He might play his way into the NFL draft. Who knows? If not, maybe the Bruins can sneak him for another season. I highly doubt it, just given how good of a prospect he is. But, I can't say solely because Deshaun Foster has, made waves this offseason, but he is one of, if not the main reasons why UCLA is going to be one of the, I would say, more looked at teams ahead of this season. Because, without a doubt, Iamaleava has to prove himself this season. And everyone's going to be watching. Going from the SEC to the Big Ten, it's a big jump. Next one is going to be Javion Thomas. He's a junior running back. He came from Cal. I think he is definitely, without a doubt, UCLA's starting quarterback right now. I don't think anyone is going to compete with him for that. He is a dynamic running back. He was the number 11 running back in the transfer portal, and UCLA was able to snag him. Let's go ahead and read this evaluation from the Bruin Report online staff. Thomas is a solidly built 5'10" and might even be a little bigger than his listed 190 pounds. His nickname is Jet because of his good speed and explosiveness. He was Cal's leading rusher in 2024, compiling 626 rushing yards and 7 touchdowns on just 100 carries, averaging a very impressive 6.26 yards per attempt. He shows good vision and awareness, and being on the smaller side is able to slip through smaller holes. He exhibits a veteran's decision-making and technique and has nice balance and strength, which enables him to run between tackles better than you might expect. He's not an ultra-shifty type for his size, but can make a would-be tackler miss and then get up on the field in a hurry. Once he's on the second level, he has another gear, which enabled him to rack up some big chunk plays for Cal. He came to Cal at probably 180 pounds and was more a switch-up back, but now looks to have strength and physique to carry more of the first-string load. Whether he can make the transition to a full-time every down back is still the question. So, long story short, UCLA is getting a dog in Javion Thomas, and I fully expect him to be a solid back in the Big Ten Conference next season, just because, his frame, his build, and certainly his ability mixed with a little bit of upside there in his junior season. He's going to be definitely a good part of the offense for UCLA. I said we were going to do 6. Let's just go ahead and do 3 because these are taking longer than I expected, and we'll extend the series, so that's better for you guys. Last one is a freshman transfer, Eugene Brooks from Oklahoma. Now, Brooks comes to Westwood by way of Oklahoma, and he is bolstering UCLA's offensive line. He's currently projected to back up redshirt senior Funto Akinshilo at left guard, so he's not going to be starting right away, but as a 4-star out of high school, he still has tremendous upside. The Bruin Report Online staff also evaluated him when he transferred. Let's read that real quick. This is a big pickup and sort of a classic UCLA pickup. The SoCal bounce back who goes out of region and finds things not to his liking is a time-honored UCLA tradition. And it is a well-trodden path for many of UCLA's best players over the years. While some of the other transfers UCLA has added were formerly highly graded high school prospects who saw their stars diminish in their college careers, Brooks is still on the ascent, having, again, only redshirted like a true freshman offensive linemen often do. For our money, this is probably UCLA's best pickup so far in the portal. Can't remember when this was written, but it was definitely later in the portal. And given that it is at a position of need, this was a big early coup for Andy Kwan in trying to rebuild this fairly broken offensive line. So Eugene Brooks may start, may not. Right now he's not projected to, but without a doubt, he's back home, likely closer to family, probably happy with where he is and who he's around. So without a doubt, he has tremendous upside as a future staple in UCLA's offensive line. So yeah, those were the first two. That was part one of this new series. Hope you enjoyed it. Depending on whether or not UCLA gets transfers these next few days, like if they get a transfer, we could say today on Monday, which is when you're hearing this. If they get a transfer later today, then tomorrow's episode is going to be about that transfer. If not, we're going to move into phase 2 of this edition of this series. So yeah, thank you for listening to the UCLA Bruins Insider Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Connor Moreno, and we'll see you tomorrow.